This is A-Team Adventures. I'm Allie.
And I'm Alex.
We're traveling across America in our van. Join us as we explore hidden gems, national parks, and more. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. This week we will be exploring Glacier National Park, located in northwest Montana. Our adventure this morning started bright and early at 5:30 a.m. when we got to the park. Glacier National Park does a reservation system during the busy season, which is pretty much the only time that the Going to Sun Road is open anyways. So to get into the park, you either need to get a reservation or go before 6 a.m. or after 3 p.m. We chose to wake up early and get a head start on our day. The first thing we wanted to do was hike to Avalanche Lake. The trail begins in a forest of cedars and goes by this beautiful river, which you can see the carved out rock from the water melting off of all the glaciers in the park. While we made it to the park bright and early, we weren't the only people with the same idea. Lots of people like to get to the park before 6 a.m. to avoid the time slot reservation system. So it was quite busy already hiking the trail. Here we are at Avalanche Lake, and you can see all those waterfalls are just flowing into this alpine lake. The water here has to be some of the clearest water I've ever seen. We were here on a cloudy morning, and there was also some smoke lingering in the air from nearby wildfires. You can see the ice-cold water literally melting off the glaciers to come fill up the lake. The trail to Avalanche Lake is about 6 miles out and back with an elevation of around 750. After the hike, we headed on the Going to the Sun Road. The sun was starting to come out and we were behind this tour bus, so we took it nice and slow through this tunnel. And here we are getting our first peek at the beautiful Heaven's Peak, a very beautiful mountain located in Glacier. Heaven's Peak sits at 8,987 feet tall, and it is a very popular place in the park to take photographs. As you go up the road, you'll see you're just driving on the side of a cliff for most of the way. And you'll just see stunning views of waterfalls and the gorgeous glacial carved valley below. We drove the Going to the Sun Road west to east, so we've reached our turning around point here at St. Mary Lake. With this lake being on the east side, it's less popular than other lakes like Lake McDonald. The best view of a glacier on the road is here at Jackson Glacier Overlook. The glacier now sits at 187 acres. You can see the smoke is really starting to move in this afternoon. We got lucky enough to see a bighorn sheep. That was one animal we haven't seen on our trip yet, and he was just trotting along the road, chilling out. There are so many beautiful pull-off points along the road. You really just have to stop at each one and get out, admire the views, because it's just so beautiful. We walked right up to this waterfall, and this water is just straight melting off a glacier. There's pretty much a gorgeous waterfall around every corner at this park. It's so crazy to imagine such a huge glacier that would carve out this entire valley. While you're up here, you really just need to savor these views because it's not easy to get up here. And once you're up here, you can see why they have to do a reservation system, because there's only one small road going through this park and you really don't want to be stuck in traffic on it. So it's a beautiful experience to be able to go on this road and it not be too crazy busy here. We had to take a picture at McDonald Falls because if you didn't know, our last name is McDonald, so that was a fun surprise to be able to see that. And of course, we also saw McDonald Lake, which is extremely clear and has very colorful rocks. And this is a different day, but we had to include this footage of us at nearby Flathead Lake. If you're wondering, you can totally float in a chill bean, and it's super comfortable. Make sure to like and subscribe to join us on our adventures.